Okay, you're good to go.
Hey guys, sorry, it's Chris, Natural Progressive, and I have some very, very, very special guests with me. I just gotta stop the sound before you hear me. Um, yeah, I didn't get the sound turned off in time. Sorry, guys. So with me today, I have the fabulous, wonderful Sandy, and hopefully Maggie May is going to show up as well. Um, Super excited. We're going to get a women's perspective. The men have been sidelined today, so it's only going to be us gals, and we have a lot of conversations that we would like to have. And I hope you find some value in this because maybe you have other people you have relationships with that you just don't know how to deal with it. We all do. So we're just gonna discuss that, hash it out, and Sandy has a great idea about Dumanon. Say hi, Sandy.
Oh,
Just say
hey
hi.
guys. Okay, so this has been something, a little thing in the making. Chris, it was really a conglomeration of people. Chris came up with a couple of things. I happened to be, talking to Sam, and so we all came up with this. But it was the Dames of Doomosphere, and then as he and I were talking, we were talking about support spouses, and then Chris and I were talking about the same thing,
Mm,
and we came up with this term Doomanon, like
I
Al-Anon.
love it.
What about spouses that feel they're disconnected, they don't want to go where we've gone? Is there support for them, or is this just a corny stupid idea that's just funny? Ha ha ha.
No,
Doomanon.
I like it. I actually like that idea because there's so many of us that don't know where to turn. I mean, we can't talk to our own family about I mean, my family thinks I'm nuts. They flat out think I am crazy, that I am off my rocker. And and I can't talk about my friends or with it about it with my friends or even my husband. It's kind of hard to talk to him about it because he doesn't want to. He wants to live in La La Land and pretend none of it's happening. Even though I know he kind of understands what's going on, he still wants to pretend it's not happening.
Ditto. Well, we're married to the same kind of guy, you know.
Yeah, we had a long discussion about that.
Yes, we
So
did. Mine, by virtue of the fact that he's married to what he calls Mrs. Doom and Gloom, will sit and tell me that, it depresses him, he can't handle it, and turn on some stupid car auction, you know. And
Mhm.
I then look at that and it really turns my stomach because maybe I used to like it. I don't know, but I certainly don't now. And I guess he feels sometimes isolated. So would he? Of course, he would never go to a Doomanon thing. He'll never do anything like that. Most of our guys wouldn't probably. But
Probably
I'm
not.
interested in
Yeah.
also the men that are with us that have wives, spouses, girlfriends, that they're down this rabbit hole. What do they think?
I
What do they
uh,
feel? And we'll see that in the comment sections, which I got a two-fisted thing going here. So
yeah, I really want to know what other people are experiencing with people in their lives. Um,
yeah.
as
And
we're
I
all going through the same process. It's it's complicated, it's hard, and we're getting more and more information every single day about what's happening. And just recently, I mean, that report about 2050 is just insane. It was 20, all the major media was talking about 2100, the year 2100, that everything's going to happen by, that everything's going to go down by. And now suddenly they jumped to 2050.
yeah.
So
Yeah. And
that
I mean,
is,
just a few years ago, I was a 2100er. You know,
oh, yeah.
the hell did I know? My
Well,
head was so
I haven't
far up
been
my
there
ass, I didn't know.
I haven't been there for a while. So,
3 years, 4 years, 3 years.
um,
Poodle Susan's with us. Hi, Poodle Susan. Do you know her
hey,
channel? Poodle Susan is an
no,
enigma. She's definitely an enigma on YouTube. You have to check her out.
I will definitely have to check her out.
She's not a doomer. She's a interesting person. How are you, Susan?
Well, we don't
She might have even
always
have something.
need doomers. I mean, because sometimes
No,
we need a break from the doomosphere.
nope.
So it's
So
all
bio said what? If you have people in your lives, that is, I don't know. I can't, you know what? It's going to be hard for me because if I look at the comments the whole time,
mhm.
then we won't be having conversation.
I
And
know. So we
let's
gotta.
cover our points first. Okay.
Okay.
And that
I'm
is
sorry. I
our,
was I was being a little distracted because I'm trying to get a hold of Maggie because when
oh,
you
yeah,
see
she's
Maggie,
on. See, if you look live, you can see her spot is open.
yes. So we
She's
need
not there yet.
Maggie. We need
Maggie.
Maggie. Come on,
Well,
Maggie.
okay. So the deal is,
I just texted her. I texted her before, but I think I've typed in the wrong number because I'm so dyslexic. I do
oh,
that.
stop it. Don't do that. You're not anything. You're wonderful. Don't do that.
I'm
We are
dyslexic.
woman. We are strong. All
You
right.
can be strong and
We are
dyslexic.
doomer dames, dames of doom. Don't forget it. Now we need to have these costumes to go with it. Maybe with a big black whip. I already got the high heels. Maybe they'll fit again, but I wouldn't be able to stand.
I can't wear high heels anymore.
Oh my God. But
So
okay.
my foot surgery, messed
Your
all that
foot
up.
surgery and my fat calves. Okay, with my big long high black
Nah.
leather boots. Oh, they are hot. But anyway,
Oh, I bet.
we digress because now we're just doing chick talk. But we
I
know
know.
Susan. I know Susan's in the audience, and she's probably right into that, saying, "Oh boy!" And of course, Val. Val and his. Okay, who's laughing?
Oh, Val.
Oh, that
Hi,
was not directed
Val.
at anyone. Oh, okay.
Hi,
Thanks, Bio.
Val.
I gotcha. Well, anyway, so we'll get back to topic. The topic because people in your lives. And I actually was talking about this with someone earlier on the telephone. I was talking to Patrick Hanna, and Patrick is in the doomosphere, follows everybody and talks to everybody. He has met Jennifer and Carolyn, and we were talking about that exact same thing, support. And he was pretty insightful, but it's just an interesting topic now that it's come up with so many people who may or may not have significant others. But I'm interested in the chat on what people think about that, their family or children. Even my daughter understands too, but she's tuned out and she's living her life. And
My one daughter, I have five, and one of them is kind of awake to it, Ariel, and she
that's the
was going
girl I
to join
saw.
us. I forgot to send her a link. Oh
I
my!
didn't tell my daughter either. And you know what? We'll leave the daughters out tonight. We'll do it when we plan it really well. Would
Yeah,
that
this
be
was.
okay?
Yeah, that's
No. We planned this, but we didn't plan the daughters. We will do a mother-daughter thing. I think that would be great. I did tell my kid, but I don't know if I asked her to join now. I don't know. I don't know if she would. Trevor's with us. Gosh, I guess you got all the the gang's all here.
Moose
I'd be
Cow.
interested.
She's Moose
Hi,
Cow,
Moose
my
Gal.
brand new subscriber. Thank you very
Yay.
much for joining the family.
Yeah,
I'm
good
super
for you, Moose
excited.
Gal. I hope you come over to mine too. Poodle Susan says her ex is her best friend and he's kind of doomed too. Or he's a doomer. He's a doomer. Well, that is it's like labels. Labels are kind of uncomfortable sometimes. And it's fun, out in the world or in my place I live. I don't think people look at me and say, well, she's a doomer,
Yeah. Well, people
but I
don't
still
definitely look at me that way, but
no, but I talk about it.
yeah,
I think it embarrasses my husband. Does it embarrass yours?
Yes, it does. But the funny thing is, my bosses were in town this week, and Tony, he's like, I shouldn't say his name. Anyway, he's my boss's boss. He's like over the whole entire Western region of my company. And I think he's kind of a doomer. He just said
Really?
a couple things that were like,
But were you a little nervous to go a little further?
I didn't go any further, but I'm
No.
like,
See,
I
I
think he
think
is.
there are closet doomers. And I
Oh,
think I met one. It was the gal at the AT&T store the second time. She knew, but I don't think she wanted to really get into it at her job. But she took the little card I have that has the environmental coffee house thing very eagerly, and we alluded to it. So maybe there are more. But
I think there are.
She said her husband, when we were talking, was not supportive of any of her looking into the environmental crap. That's tough.
Yeah, that would be really, really hard. I went through that with my husband. He didn't like it. He's like, "Well, why do we even work? Why are we doing anything? I just give up. I'll just shoot myself right now." Kind of
Oh,
thing.
the shoot
And
yourself comment.
yeah, the shoot yourself thing. It's like, well, that's not exactly where I was going with that, but
Right. Right. I mean, there's so many things to do. And mine is an outdoorsman. I mean, he's an
Mm.
outdoorsman, conservationist kind of dude anyway. So it's natural that the progression would be to understand, hey, get off there. I got a cat whose nail is stuck in the screen. Get off there. But I got cat proof screens. The house has, they're really thick,
Oh,
but these
nice.
ridiculous screens because I have 5 of these things. They're so
The little
darling.
boogers.
They're little boogers. They are. They're little boogers. What's everybody going on in there? Moose Gal says doomers. Okay. Val
What
says
do you
I'm an
do?
environmentalist. And Moose Gal, okay, what do I do on my channel? Well, on my channel, I talk about climate change and I talk about the Arctic and I talk about current events and I tie them into how we are, as a civilization, probably going to potentially go extinct. If not all humans, we are taking a lot of species with us. We also have other commentators. Antonio Reed, he's a millennial climate activist
He's
and a change
awesome.
activist. Yes.
I just
And
barely watched his that video for the first time I've ever actually watched, and I was so impressed.
yeah, he's great.
Super impressed by
Mhm.
him. He's
Yeah, so we
really
bring other
great.
voices on.
Mhm.
And sometimes like Chris's, our channels are similar. We're a family and, she'll talk and she'll show things like her horses and things in life. And I'll show like the broken down Prius or like the ice that was unbelievable this winter in Lake Erie that probably rivaled Arctic ice.
Oh,
It
wow.
almost felt like I was in what should be the Arctic, you
I
know?
didn't wanna show our mud because mud is horrible. It's like
Yeah.
that's what we got because our our April and May were like 3 times as wet as it usually is. Like, we had 3 times as much rain as average.
Wow.
It was insane. Insane. My horses were growing flippers. It
Oh,
was
jeez.
it was crazy, but now it's finally dried up a little bit, so it's like, "Hey,
Oh,
I can get back outside and hang out with the horses again,"
and
and
that's muddy and it's tough for them.
oh, yeah, I mean, it can't be comfortable for them. I hate that. I hate
Oh,
it. It's not normal. It's just not
oh.
normal.
We've had a lot of rain too. It's pouring now. I was worried about my internet connection. I moved it closer to the side of the house where I think the tower is over the mountain. I don't know. I don't
Mhm.
know. Seems to work a little bit better out here, but that's another whole rant, and I already did that one. So Moose Gal, that's basically what we she said she was thinking preppers. Well, okay.
I'm
In a
kind of a
way,
prepper in a
yeah,
way.
in a way, we are prepared. We know that there's
Mhm.
an eventuality that a Houston could happen to us,
And we're growing our own
tornadoes.
food
Yeah.
and stuff like that. We're
Hmm.
gonna make sure we have water supply and
Hmm.
everything. I mean, we're not gonna be able to stop what's going on, but we can certainly be prepared to hang out a little bit longer, maybe.
And I think where the spouses come in again with the Dumanon and all that,
Mhm.
I think that as much as resistance as I get, he's doing that garden and
Mhm.
he's going to go out and get that deer. So we have the wherewithal without having to go to the store if we don't want to. Cause and I hate going to the store.
I hate going to
So
the
I'm
store.
still living off our green beans from last year
I made the
and all.
best salad today from greens out of my garden. It was so yummy.
It's good that it's ready. We just planted.
Well, I don't have tomatoes. I had to buy tomatoes and onions because they're not ready yet. But all the greens are fantastic.
Good. Good. I can't wait. We're just starting. We're late. We're late.
Mhm.
And we're late this year because it's been freaking raining. And then we put those raised beds in. Everybody saw that video, I'm sure, on Collapse Chronicles. But once he started the work, it had to get finished. That was a challenge. That was a challenge. Hi, Kent.
Yeah, hi Kent and
And
Bells.
there's
He
somebody
thinks I'm
named Beth.
prepared with horses transportation, but you have to be able to feed them. That's my concern. Is if I can't feed them and water them, then what do I do?
Well, for today, you're feeding them. For
Yeah.
today, we're here. For
Mhm.
today, we live.
Mhm.
And that's what you do. And that was another part of the conversation. I try to have this with my spouse. Like the original topic of this whole conversation was to talk about how do we do this with significant others, family, or whatever. And sometimes if you do it in a more positive tone, you say, well, we can't control. And that's a big issue for some people, is control and
Mhm.
relinquishing it. And if
Mhm.
you can't control climate change and you can't control the big picture, sometimes that leads to depression, but none of us can. But we can control ourselves,
Mhm.
and we can control what we choose to do. We can control us. That's it. Can't control another person. We can't control the big picture. And then we can
Right.
also do those local things.
Yeah.
And
You
if our
gotta
spouse wants to do them, or family, that's another thing.
but getting there.
Sometimes there are people that will be partners with you. Maybe you and I don't have that husband, but certainly there are those that are out there. Let's see a show.
Yeah. I would like to know if you guys, hey,
Oh my God.
horses
They're
and
talking
horses.
about don't eat their own. Wait, Chris, don't horses eat on their own? Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was a cannibalistic comment. Basil's with
What do you
us.
say? Don't horses eat on their own? Well, they
Yeah.
grass if you have enough, but there's
Mm.
not enough grass. We would have to let them um see my plan is if worse comes to worse, that we're gonna haul them up to the mountain area and go clear up to this lake. It's called South Willow Lake. It's clear at the top of this mountain, and there's a big prairie open around it, and so there's water and there's grass. It's like,
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
that's the best plan I can
Beautiful.
come up with the horses. That's
I
it.
want to come out there and visit. Are you kidding? I love visiting, but right now it's a difficult thing, and then you have to fly. You know, and I love Utah. I've been there. I had a guy there before I got married, and he's dead.
Oh,
But
yeah, we.
he drank himself to death. That's why I'm not living in Utah because he was in the morning. That was
Oh,
that was a tough thing. Cool guy, but nope. But I got to visit Utah, and I got to
yeah.
stay and look at all the mountains. And I was there actually a couple of times in Salt Lake. I went for a conference with work, which all about work conferences, and
Mm-hmm.
that
I
was
sure do.
feels like a different life ago. But hey, so talk about that on your end now. Your family, friends, anybody that you think would ever talk about this topic, about like your husband say, my wife is into this. How does he communicate that? Do you know, to other people?
He doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't. Okay.
He just doesn't. Um, I think he would be quite embarrassed
Hmm.
if he did. Um, I've talked to my sister and my mom and all that, and they just think I'm whacked out. They think I'm just crazy. Everything's just fine. Oh, that's so far away. It's just fine.
No, I think it's sad.
Because I've talked to them about the grandbabies. Because my mom would be all excited every time there'd be grandbabies. So would my sister, and I like, doesn't that make you sad? And what kind of life are they going to have? And I was just kind of devastated whenever I found out one of them
Yeah.
were going to have a baby. And what do you say to them? It's like, congratulations. I don't
I
know.
know, I find it very hard, and especially baby showers.
Mm,
Went to my daughter's friends, and it's tough for me. And then my husband has seven. He comes from what, seven brothers and sisters, and they all have kids. And then there was a baby last weekend when we went to a memorial for his father, and there was a baby. And I keep thinking, everybody's idyllic and normal. They're living the HGTV life, and it's going to be a fucking rude awakening. And my husband knows it.
mm.
But you think he's going to talk about that with his family? Death Cafe says you're conflicted. Well, we're all conflicted. My God, how can you not be? But I have to
I am
tell you,
conflicted.
I have to say one thing about my parents. They
Trent.
know what I do, or they did, and they really do now, way more.
Mm.
My mother called when the New York Magazine article came out, the Inhospitable Earth, David Wallace Wells.
Mm-hmm.
My mom calls. Wasn't it New York Magazine? I think it was.
Uh,
Okay. My mother called me and said one of the first things out of her mouth was, Sandy, you were right. And I was taken back. even though they are pretty lefty liberal people and all, they have flown a plane all their lives. My family is fossil fuel user central, you know? And when
Mhm.
she said that, it was quite interesting. You know, she's 84. And then I went down there and we talked about it further. So actually, I don't have that problem with them. They know we're fucked.
Well, you're lucky to have that
But
because
they're not, you know, they're in their 80s. What are they gonna do? But
yeah.
they know about this for their grandchildren.
Well, that's good because I was talking to my parents about that and they were like they think I'm nuts and when I talk to them about having, you know, how we need to not have babies anymore, we just need to stop. And they're like, "Oh, it's so far down the road, they'll be fine.
Mm,
You just need to have you need to have babies. Who's going to take care of you when you're older? I don't care who's there to take care of me. I don't want those babies to go through that kind of life. That's just selfish.
yeah,
It's
well,
horrible." So I don't
you
really
know,
have grandbabies. I've got two that through marriage. My son married a gal that has um, two Native American boys. I'm so excited that they're Native American. I'm sad for them, you know, what's going to happen to them, but
their culture is a hell of a lot better and
mhm,
self-sufficient than we are.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And if only we didn't take over this land from the Native Americans, maybe there would still be a decent environment, you know, if
Yeah.
we didn't developed ownership um and farming, factory farming and stuff like that, if we kept everything local and
Well,
lived
those are
off
the
the land a
regenerative
lot.
people. That's what the regenerative movement people I cheer everybody on. And they are looking for the local and regenerating everything. And I read about it. I think all of these efforts are worthwhile. Why
Mhm.
not? You
And
know,
the pre-cycling, have you heard of the stores doing the pre-cycling now?
well, you're going to tell us,
Okay, there's a store here, and I'm gonna try and get the owner of it on. My daughter found it,
right?
and it's a store where you bring in all your own containers, like
Mm-hmm.
mason jars and all that. You bring that, and then you fill them up, and you take them home, and then you bring them back and fill them up and take them home. So you don't use any new packaging. It's all in bulk, but you just buy it with your own packaging, and
Are
you
the lawyers all going to ask them to sign a contract? Because the Department of Health in New York State would never allow that. And that
really.
is, oh no, no, that's why these stores have all this shit packaging because of all the regulations
Oh
to
yeah.
prevent disease and illness and poisoning and all that other hoppy hooey. But if you do, see, I love that. Convert to those kind of stores and fuck it then, sign a contract. I'm not going to sue anybody. I'm going to bring my own stuff in. You're going to scoop it in there and I'm going to bring it home and that's the way it should be, Chris.
Yeah,
It's a great movement.
absolutely. And I remember when I was when my kids were little and schools, it would be like parents had to bring snacks to school. You know, they took turns, and they had to be pre-packaged. It You couldn't make homemade, and you know, it's like
Oh,
so I can see how that could be, but I don't know how they get away with it, but they do. I mean, it's pretty cool. And we got our salt, we got my husband's, you know, sugar for his coffee that's, you know, the natural organic sugar and stuff like that. And coffee and turmeric. Oh my gosh. I just take my old turmeric jars and she fills those up again. It's so
that's great.
cool.
I like
Yeah.
that. I wonder if they
I
would
love
do
it.
that in any of the stores around here. You know, I wish I was a person that could multitask like I used to, and you know, start these things going and get other people to roll the ball and do it, or delegate
I
it.
wish I had more freaking time because I used to
Yeah,
do that. I just don't have all that time
no, I
anymore.
used to do it too. But I think it's worthwhile to in New York State. What really pisses me off. This has nothing to do with the topic we started with, but it's the glyphosate. It's the Roundup. You walk into the store and it's the Roundup in the store. And my thoughts were, I got to get this letter writing campaign started. Have I done it? No. And I've been bitching about it. I bitched in the store and I said, I'm not coming back. You idiots. The United States is
I
such a
wish I
stupid
could talk
country.
about that. Damn
No,
it.
you can't. I can. You just be
Yeah, you
quiet. I can talk about it because it's happening in New York and I can't stand it. And I want to write to the governor here and say, you know, you really could score a lot of points. Maybe not with the farmers so much, but you could score a lot of points with your base by getting rid of the shit in New York State, and maybe at least the other blue states might follow. I mean, this is bullshit. And I'm in the farming community. I don't know sometimes what the fuck they're putting down. Excuse my language. Let's go back because I know you don't want to talk about it. But
No, I
anyway,
just can't. I'm
no, that's fine. And I understand that there were things I could never talk about before when I was employed. And it's okay. That's where we live in the matrix. We're in the parameters of what, our society is. And I respect you very much.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, it's horrible having to be a part of something like that, and I don't agree with
But
the
you're
way
not
it is.
responsible. Remember, you're not responsible for it, Chris. You have a conscience. You're doing what you need to do to survive, and you cannot beat yourself up. Don't, please.
It's still no. I know I'm okay.
Okay.
It's just that it's still because we were brought into this society. We didn't make this society, so it is
Well,
what it
I'm
is.
a boomer, and we made the society. I think we contributed a lot to this mess, and I think that we were lied to. I mean, in the '80s, I knew a lot of things, but we were lied to, and we were given the 2100 bill, and we were given the okay, we're cleaning up the water, and we're cleaning up this. As I was a kid, I remember driving down. I lived in Westchester County, Yonkers,
Ariel
driving
is
down the.
here. Sorry,
Oh,
she's in
oh,
the
she
chat.
is here.
She's in the chat.
Let me send it to
She
Dawn.
can't.
Maybe she'll join.
No, she can't.
Oh, I bet she's
Oh,
sleeping. Oh, she's in the chat.
she's just in the chat. She's not gonna be able to join. Yes, I am conflicted. Trent keeps saying that Death Cafe, because we're might be changing my name to conflicted because I'm conflicted in so many ways.
Well,
Um,
it's a. I think that when you're in an awake status with science behind you, and how can you not be conflicted when every day everything is almost the antithesis of what you know
yeah,
in society?
yeah, and
So it's not a
it's like
thing.
okay, so I know people are horrible for the environment. I know that people are the bad thing, but I don't want to see anybody suffer. And I know probably okay, vaccines,
Mm-hmm.
things like that that prolong life, medicine, all that. There's part of me that's like, yeah, help people as much as you can, but at the same time, that's making people cheat natural selection and it's increasing population. So I'm conflicted.
Okay, I
You know what I
understand.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's
I do.
it's it's not there's no easy answer. I Now that there's so many people on the planet, there is no easy answer to solve it. Oh, you guys
Hi,
get
come
it.
on. You know what? Kate says I'm a boomer. And when I sat in my sixth grade classroom desk, I made a decision to not have any children because we were warned of overpopulation. I knew, acted then and since. And Kate, I'm probably older,
I'm
but
proud.
same thing. I had one. And my ex-husband begged me to have a kid. I remember I was like, well, I was conflicted. Okay. I had the one, and I said, I am
Well,
not.
I've had
Well,
3. However,
but you're
it
younger.
was
Maybe we were.
I love them to death, but
Oh,
I tried to get fixed and they would not fix
not
me. It
good.
was beyond my control. Well, not entirely beyond my control. I guess I could be celibate. Um, but the birth control didn't work. I
Yeah.
asked to be fixed. Asked to have my tubes tied and they wouldn't do it. They said my husband could get a vasectomy, but I couldn't have my tubes tied.
Yeah. Dan says, why be conflicted? If once you make the decision, though, I guess maybe he has a point. Once you make a decision that this is how you feel, maybe some of the conflict can go away. I mean, I guess I'm not super conflicted. Well, I'm pretty opinionated. I don't know.
I'm totally conflicted because I want to see nature survive. Um, and I don't know. I want to see nature survive, but in order for nature to survive, a lot of people have to go away. So that's where I'm conflicted because I mean, I love animals way more than I love people. I'm sorry, most of the time I just do. Um, That's an evil thing to say, isn't it? People are
No, and why
horrible.
would that word even come into this conversation? Stop it. First of all, that's not. This is how you feel. This is your worldview. It's where you've developed. You're here. You're talking
Mhm.
about it. It's okay. Never be ashamed of how you feel about
I
things.
know you keep telling me that.
Yes, because I'm a big cheerleader and
I'm
I've learned the hard
insecure,
way.
and
Well,
I've
you're not
always
going to
been.
be. Keep sticking around with me. I'm not insecure in any way, shape, or form. And there's no reason to be that way because if somebody doesn't like me or accept me for what I say or what I do, well, then leave. Don't watch me, whatever.
Oh,
Don't talk to me. Don't be my friend. I've learned, though, the hard way because I used to be, hurt by people. I'm
oh yeah.
not, not
Oh,
anymore. And I
I'm
guess
getting
maybe I
better.
ran with
I'm
tough
getting thicker
people.
skin,
Good,
But let's read
good.
some of these comments because there's some great
Good, go for
stuff
it.
going on.
Read it, and let me see where we are.
Okay, there was Moose Gal. Okay, where'd it go? Sandy
She
and Christine.
retracted it.
What can
You have
I
to write it
do
over.
to make a difference to our environment? I recycle and use renewable bags when going to the library. I also bought a metal bottle for drinking, hit in cold liquid. Um, uh,
Oh, you see Moose Gal? She said, Sandy and Christine, what can I do to make a difference for
yeah,
our
that's what I
environment?
was just reading.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I didn't hear you as
You
maybe
know
a
what? The
couple
best thing you can do is grow your own food and buy local.
because
That's
she's doing all the good stuff,
yeah,
all the
yeah.
little personal good stuff, but she can get involved in a local organization, a local
Oh yes,
a concerned citizens organization, or an organization against something in your like pipeline fracking, something that
yeah,
has to do with keeping your local environment clean and
yes.
green and nice.
And definitely I've seen Moose Gal on so many channels just speaking out, just being a voice, and
Wonderful.
I think that's a great thing just right there. It may not be much, but I think the
Oh
more
no, it's a
voices we
keyboard
have, the
warrior.
better. And that's fantastic. So definitely keep speaking out, keep being involved in the conversations, get involved locally. Definitely do whatever. I mean, you can, but buy local. Try to support your local farmers if you can. I don't know where you live, but um, if you don't, if you're in a more suburban area, try to get involved in a community garden. Growing your own food is going to be one of the best things you possibly can do, I think, as well as being active in trying to protect everything that's left, which isn't much at this point, but we got to fight with every breath we have, right? Because that's one thing I wanted to talk about was the difference between men doomer and women doomers. We're both
Okay.
we're all doomers. We pretty much have no hope for um everything working out great in the end. Um, but the difference between men and women is women are nurturers. They always want to fix things. They always want to um try to
Right.
make things as good as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think that's where the men are just throwing up their hands like there's nothing you can do. It doesn't matter till the end. We're mothers. We're women. We're nurturers. We're going to try to do everything we can to make it as good as possible to the very, very, very end.
We're
To the
empaths.
yes, we're empaths. We feel other people's pain, and we don't want them to suffer. I mean, I'd much rather suffer myself than have an animal suffer. That's
I think that's why you're doing your channel.
yeah. It's exactly
And
like
yeah, and I probably have the same similar reasons uh, because those that come into the chat or follow, I am a nurturer of. It's not easy information that I communicate.
no.
And when I do live streams and I read a certain specific article, especially on Facebook, where I brought with me a lot of my peers who were similar, from the Bernie movement, who followed me from Real Progressives, we didn't know a lot of this stuff. And so it's a gentle way to bring people into the understanding to live your life. And like Dan Hooligan made a comment, and I think he said, what did he say? Oh, darn it, Dan, it was really good. Oh, grow food, but it was live your life the way you want, live your life. And I guess that's what I'm trying to do within the parameters. Of my disabilities. And I see you doing the same thing too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely.
But
I'm trying to
we are
do the
nurturers.
best I can for
Men
sure.
out there, What do you think of this conversation as far as women, uh, and us being the empaths and the nurturers? And do you guys feel that you have the abilities, or because maybe you're down here in the doomosphere, or you do understand, does it sharpen those skills of compassion and empathy for each other? I mean, we still have a lot of fighting within our own community, which is stupid, but I'm not going to get into that. We won't, and I'm the great mediator.
Yes.
Hmm. Because it's ridiculous, and
Well,
we're all
just like
together in this.
Torstein's here, and we had a big
Of
thing.
course, but it's
Now we're
over,
good.
and it should be. That's right, because we have to understand each other. We're not the same,
Mhm.
and also when you're reading stuff on the internet, there's no inflection either. Sometimes that's really a big thing because there's no
Oh
inflection. But
yeah. Yeah, I mean, we need to stick together. I mean, all of us in this community, for
Basil
sure.
says he's a nurturing man, and I'm going to tell you, since I know him personally now, yes, you are.
Oh, I
He's
seen
a
him on
wonderful
Sam's
person.
channel. Oh my gosh, he looks like him and Karen just look like people I'd get along with
They
so
are. I had the best time. They are wonderful hosts. Um, Karen is like someone I have known for 30 years, and we just,
well.
I knew it was going to happen that way. We've been writing for a while, and I'm really the girl's girl. I have girlfriends everywhere. I am the girl's girl. I just love my girlfriends, and a lot of girls aren't like me. I'm just the woman's woman. I think what Sam is my only friend. That's guy, really like close friend.
I
I
have
don't.
more guy friends than I have girlfriends.
Well, so we're different that way. That's okay. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with any of it.
But I
I
do
just
have
have a
a
certain,
couple of really close girlfriends, but
and
I
I'm in
have
that
a really
camp
hard.
now.
I don't relate to most women because they like shopping and they like girl stuff, and I don't know. It's just I'm not a girly girl. I'm not. I've never
I
been a
am. I'm a girly girl,
girly
but
girl.
I admit it, and I like shopping and shit. But I've totally, and not shopping for just ridiculous stuff. I like function, but I used to like jewelry a lot. And it's nice to find common people. I like when women are like me and understand the doomosphere and also
Mhm.
like jewelry. But then somebody told me today, hey, don't get rid of that shit because uh, it's going to be worth more and more, the gold or silver. And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute though. If we're collapsing, what are people going to do with the gold and silver? Certainly,
You
they're.
can't eat it.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, I'm trying to understand that whole mindset. Maybe I will, maybe I won't understand it. But girly girl, not girly girl. I mean, I rode a Harley for 32
See,
years.
that's pretty tough.
Well, yeah, and I had my own girl group, the Pig Girls, Pride, Integrity, and Guts. 10 years we rode together, but that was because we couldn't stand our first husband, so we got away every weekend. But they were in a club. I was in a club life most of my life. Uh, those ridiculous jerks that watch Fox, those moron biker guys. It's true. But anyway, not my not my current husband. He's not a biker and he doesn't have any tattoos. But I'm saying, yeah, I'm tough. And I guess though all the horrible things I might have been through in my life made me like this, but this information that we know and the sciences we follow, it's the toughest you'll ever learn.
It is, and it's still. I'm not sure if it's entirely sank in. I mean, I understand it. I believe it. I'm there, but I don't think I'm feeling the emotion. But that's the same way. Like when I lose animals, like we had to put one of our dogs down a couple weeks ago, and then we almost had to put down the other dog um, this week. I thought we were going to have to. That's a totally different story, which is kind of cool. I'll have to tell you
It is
guys.
a cool story. Didn't you say it was the CBD, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, because I started taking CBD oil because of my anxiety and I can't take the pills anymore, the pharmaceutical pills. I just throw them out. My body rejects them. So I went and got me some CBD oil so because it's legal now. So I went and got some and I've been taking it for my anxiety and it's been working fantastic. But I was doing some research
Good.
into what it actually does, and it's actually a great anti-inflammatory. And it helps so many different ways. It's incredible. But I gave my dog as a Hail Mary. I just didn't want him to be uncomfortable. So I gave him some of that.
CBD.
Yes.
CBD.
And then he started walking and eating again. It was incredible.
Fantastic.
He
That
was
was
just,
inspiring to hear, when you
yeah.
told me.
He was just laying down. He would not get up. He would not eat. He was just laying there on his side. Well, then he would sit up a little bit and then he would just lay back down, but he wouldn't stand at all. He wouldn't stand at all.
Yeah,
So,
it's hard.
and he wouldn't eat. But now he's eating and he's walking and all that
Good.
stuff. So,
And he's not in pain. That's
yeah.
excellent. See, we did it
Yeah.
with my daughter's cat 2 weeks ago. The empath, me, mama, I'm very sensitive to all that. I went, but he was 17 and it was time, but he went very peacefully. I found him outside in the barn when she was younger, and
Oh.
he was running around. He was all matted. He looked like he had dreadlocks. What a cat. 17 years, he was a wonderful cat. So, but it's
Oh.
hard every time. And she lost her dog, 6-7 months earlier for Big Roddy. And yeah, all this loss, but we're equipped to deal with it because loss is human.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever ever said that we can't deal with loss, I guess religion was made to deal with loss in a way.
But that didn't ever help me.
No,
I've never been
no,
religious, really.
No, me neither. But when you look at historically and you watch people that talk about religion, a lot of it was to deal with loss, and death is a big thing. And I don't think death is to be feared. I might have feared it when I was younger. I
don't fear
never
it.
did.
I fear pain.
I fear flying. You fear pain. I have pain every day. I'm used to it. It's
well, I have pain every day too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, not probably like you. I'm much better than I was.
And we don't have to compete. I don't want you to.
No, but I've had really horrible pain that I've had to endure with my broken foot. Like, yeah, it was like a crushed, like my foot was crushed, and there's a lot of nerve endings there, and it was really tough for like 4 years. And after my second surgery, it's much better. Still pain, but
4 years, Chris. That's such a long time.
but
you got through it. It made you stronger, like me.
Yeah, and then I started rock climbing because, dang, I can use my foot. I'm gonna freaking use it.
Powerful women right here. We are the doom dames, the dames of doom. So let's see here. Dances.
I think all my comments froze because I'm not seeing any new ones. I think they froze that once in a while.
I've got some up. Zox is here and Human, and I wonder if it could have. Oh boy! Oh, saved. He was talking about the CBD. If it could have saved one of his beloved pets. And Christine, Illinois legalized adult use cannabis. That's great. New York is.
Oh yeah.
We're getting there. And let's see. Val says he would join the Hells Angels, but I don't want to prospect for those assholes. No, please. It's like I've been there, done that with like the big ones. Not.
Oh, by the way, Val,
as an old lady, you're definitely a second-class citizen, although really you're not. The women are the power. I say.
The women. Oh
Let's
my gosh.
see here. Val says, yeah, I'm a kind of environmental 1% biker. I don't know. Oh, Jeffrey's here. Jeffrey Pearson and I went to the same high school. He's talking. He said he's from Irvington, and we're from the same place. And it's so funny. Jeff and I, he knows my younger brother, and we found each other on Facebook. It was like, oh my God, you're who you are. And he lives in the same town my older brother lives in, and hung out with my younger brother. It's so cool. And we found each other on, it was, I think, on Real Progressives, right, Jeff? It was like Real Progressives first, but then Jeffrey came along to the Doomosphere. Did you not, Jeffrey? And
there's a Doomosphere gal on Real Progressives. What's her name?
That's Trish. She's a vegan from Tasmania.
I love her.
She's definitely a person that is. She has her stand, and she will tell you what she thinks. But so Jeff, I gave you that. And then Kate, I wanted to give you one more shout out. I still have some clothes from the 90s, but you know what? I fit in them, then I don't fit in them, then I fit in them, then I don't fit in them. Yo.
That's where I'm at. But I won't throw anything away because I hate throwing stuff away. And if I can give it away to someone who can wear it, I will do that. I hate
like me.
away. I don't. I don't go shopping though, so eventually I use it.
I don't go shopping either. I hate going to the store. It's far away. The only thing I have to do, and you probably have to do this once in a while, you have to go to get something. Like I had to go get this stupid thing. I didn't want to get it mail away for it. I just wanted to go to the stupid store and get it. So I got it. A stupid attachment for
Oh, yeah.
a stupid technological thing that I already did all that rant about,
Hmm.
but I went. So once in a
I've
while,
had
you
to do
got to
that
walk
once
into
in a
the
while.
mall.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we need those stupid technological devices until I can move up into the mountains and forget about all that crap and never see it again.
Are
But
you
until
there?
then, here I am.
Are you there?
I'm
Are you
here.
planning? No, I mean planning.
Oh, we're planning. I mean, I told you about our plans. If
Yeah,
we
but you
can.
didn't tell everybody else, did you?
No, I haven't. I told a couple people, but
Oh, it's cool.
yeah, it's well, if it works out, but
Get
I've
off
got to
the
get
grid.
my husband 100% on board. One minute he's on board, the next minute he's not, and then he's on board, and then he's not, and
Don't
it drives
fear.
me freaking nuts.
Don't fear. When we moved down here, it was like big, and we're here, middle of, you know, Amish country nowhere. And you could
I
quit
would
too.
love that.
And you guys are younger. So, you got a lot left and for
Not
whatever's
much
going to happen.
younger.
Again, I don't prognosticate time, you know. I don't because I'm not equipped and I'm not a scientist and I don't have charts and
I'm not either.
I follow
I
everybody else.
I worry more about the markets and everything and be able to sell our house while the prices are high here, and then buying the place where I really want to be for how cheap it is, because it's like
Yeah.
half of the price we could sell our house for,
Yeah,
so
see?
we could have it all paid off, and that's what I'm looking at.
Good. And I'm 100% behind you, and so are other people. Now,
Mm.
I just want to read one since you can't see it. I think it's so sweet, but Moose Girl asked, she said,
Engaging in swinging bio, what the hell?
does she have to be a doomer to come back? Sweetheart, you don't have to
No,
be a doomer to come back. You don't have to label yourself anything.
no,
Most of the time, this is just, it's silly, the doomer thing, but you don't have to
we
label
do
yourself.
we do a lot of joking about it. There's some serious stuff too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, but
but
it's not anything to do. You don't have to. And Jeff said, yeah, he met Hambone in Cottage Grove 20 years before me and him connected. So he met Hambone a long time ago, I think.
oh
I
no,
guess in Oregon. And
I'm jealous.
Susan's been, oh, she's in there. She says that she gets as much as I can used from thrift stores, but Walmart is unavoidable. Oh my gosh, why? I can't stand Walmart. I'll never go in a Walmart. Yuck. I haven't been in a Walmart in years. I had to go to Lowe's, but you know,
Welcome to my life. I'm
and
in the
that's where I
Lowe's
got really
every
pissed
day.
off. That's where I got pissed off. But then again, I'm looking around and I have no window treatments and there's very little places to get any. And I want to get some shades after 40, all these years here. I don't think anybody looks in, but look,
Did
I'll
you
show
see
you.
bio?
You see it? Like,
Bio? Wait, what?
yeah, there's nothing. I have no window, nothing on the windows. So
Oh, that's okay if
never
you live
feel
in the middle of
paranoid.
nowhere.
I figure if somebody looks in, hey,
I've always been that way because I was raised in the middle of the mountains, and I've never had to worry about closing my blinds, and I get claustrophobic when they are closed, and my husband's like always closing everything, and I'm like opening it up and he's closing it. I'm opening it up and he's closing.
oh, he's one of those, huh?
I can't stand it. I want to see. I want to see out. I have to see out. I don't get the whole idea of closing all the blinds and not being able to see out. It just drives me nuts.
I don't know. I know my cats like to see out, and they got seats and things and accommodations all over the house for it. Oh, a cat's life. Can you imagine? You
I
know,
know. Or a
uh,
puppy's
um, I was thinking, I'm sorry, I got something in my eye, but getting back to what you said about, your topic on women and fixing and doing, we never really asked anybody. Can you see the comments?
Yeah, I can see him.
Okay, we never really asked anybody, or they never. I don't know if they answered guys out there. Do you perceive women in this movement as different than women out there on the street, or are we just, what's the perception women that accept this stuff. There's so many scientists, female scientists out there that are also talking about all
Mhm.
this. So I just wondered, and if anybody wants to
Yeah,
say,
Miss Gail,
not
don't feel
judge us.
bad. There's nothing you can. We are in the society, and the corporations keep us broke, or our warlords keep us broke. So
And
people.
don't feel bad, Moose Gal. I use Amazon too because I'm so disabled that I can't carry cat litter and all that crap. And I'm not going to fight with my husband about asking him to do anything if I can do it myself. And so Amazon sometimes
Just do what
is
you
that way.
can, but don't. Yeah, I mean, if you can do something better, do it. But we don't make a bit of difference, our individual choices, until war is stopped, which is U.S. military is the number one polluter on the planet. So until they stop war, the
Okay.
nothing we do is going to make a damn bit of difference. I feel bad for the
Oh,
Amazon employees, but I'm a prime member of Amazon. Sorry.
well,
Um,
I get I get the cat litter, and I get the cat food. They're bags that are heavy, so I let the guy, the UPS guy has a job because of me.
okay,
And some poor slob has a job in Amazon, some kind of horrible warehouse because of
oh
me.
God, I know what they feel like though. I'll have to
No.
tell that story, but human says women can they cook cookies.
I saw that. I don't bake cookies. I don't eat sugar.
Women, are they communicators? I think women are really good communicators sometimes. I think men talk over people a lot of the times. They're that's really generalizing. I'm sorry, not all men, but a lot of men just like to um just
Well, isn't that
I don't know how to
oh, Jilly
explain
said eBay and Costco are more ethical than Walmart and Amazon. Well, that's
it.
cool. Uh I this if Costco does any kind of mailing
Oh, hi,
stuff.
Jilly, by the way.
Yeah, Jilly's here.
I didn't know you
Yeah.
were here. Sweet.
Um, there was
Everybody loves
Susan
Jilly
said, I
now.
think the human subconscious caring for the earth is inherently feminine. In the Native American culture, it was. I mean, the
Mhm.
women were the in the they were in the family nurturing the children, hunter gatherer, went out, and women did the work, but
Mm.
the nurturing and the loving and the caring and the doing. And I'm not here to bash men. I've
I'm not
had
here to
enough of
bash
them in
men.
my life. I could.
I love men in so many ways. I mean, my best friends are a lot of my best friends are men. I just have a hard time living with them.
Isn't that what we talk? I'm sorry, guys. Any of you in the chat section have no clue what me and her found the commonality about on the phone. I mean, this is like my little sister here. She married the same guy, only like a decade younger. I
Yeah,
think it's pretty
it's
funny.
freaking nuts. It's
It
it's
is.
so
It's nuts.
crazy how
But it
much
could
we
be a
have in
lot
common
of
there.
us, Chris, though. Maybe there's a lot of us demons of doom that
Yeah.
have schmucky husbands. Well, I wouldn't say that. I'm just making a joke, but
And
really,
meanwhile, there's people
guys.
like Sam can't find anybody, which is sad because Sam's sweet. And Trent, he really needs a good doomer chick.
Yep. Yep. Oh
Mhm.
boy. Should we start a doomer dating service?
Yes.
Doomanon and doomer dating. Oh boy, here we go. And let's get let's oh, I have an idea. I just came up with a hilarious idea. Let's do it on your channel because you can do this. Let's have the dating game. Let's have
Oh.
3 bachelors and 1 bachelorette kind of broad, right? Broad bitch woman. Right? Oh, there's the old biker coming out of me. And let's
We
do
can find
doomer
some single
dating.
doomer chicks.
Yeah, let's do
We
doomer
need some.
dating. Oh my God, I love these
We need to
ideas.
find some single doomer chicks though, because
Well,
yeah.
okay.
Okay. We
We're
need some
starting, right?
volunteers. We
Yeah,
need
we need
some
some
volunteers.
volunteers. Who wants to be on the doomer dating game on the Natural Progressive since she has way better internet than I do? Everybody would look like pixelated people if it was, yeah. And I cut people's heads off like Antonio's.
Oh,
um,
Dave, Independent Outsiders here.
he said, yes, dear, we are
We're
schmucks.
schmucks. Oh God,
I'm
we're the best.
sorry, but comedy is my second forte. I
That's a
can't help it.
pile of doom.
Doom.
Instead of pile of fish. Pile of doom. I love it. I
Okay,
love it.
wait.
I love it.
Independent outsider, hippie biker dating game. Hippie biker? Well, I'm sort of a not. And Chris, no, we have to. It would be
Hippie
no
bike.
hippie bike. No, this is
It's
it
for
has to be
doomers, Dave.
doomer. You know,
Doomers.
if she's a
Doomers.
hippie biker and a doomer, oh my god! Because most of my girlfriends that are still riding and still doing all that are Trumpers, and they are a little teensy bit racist. And I've told them all pretty much that I don't like their thinking, and
Poodle
I've lost
Swan.
some
I'll do
friends.
doomer dating game. Poodle Susan. Yay, we have one. Poodle
Yeah, and you
Susan.
know, she's how I found Susan was I was learning about antinatalism, and Susan was way into that. And
Human's mom
then
would love it.
you know what she morphed into? Susan's
What?
great. She's hilarious. I love her. She morphed into cougar dating because she
Oh,
likes to date younger guys. So what she does is she does these videos and kind of coaches them on how to date an older woman. I mean, she's so much older. What is she in her 40s? She's your age. No, she may be even younger. She's young. You're young, but she's younger.
I'm 48. I'm
Yeah,
pretty old.
well, you're young. Okay, to me. Remember, I
It's
am
funny
the
that young guys
okay.
are attracted to me, though. I get these guys hitting on me that are like in their 20s. I could be your mother.
I can't remember that far back. No, I don't know. No, I've been married like cumulatively so long. I don't know.
Gosh, we're gonna
Let's
have to
see.
take notes here because
So
okay, Dave's
Susan
a
will
dude
be
equals 0% science, reality,
Susan.
100% social empath. What?
Susan's in the oh Val not dark enough for me. Woman can't handle the extreme pessimism you
Horse signs.
wallow in. I can handle it, Val. I've been watching your comments for 2 years.
No kidding.
Yeah, we can. Oh, he's
We
just
can
saying
handle.
no woman in the flesh and blood. You know, we're here, but we're on the screen. He can't find the guys can't find women like us that can deal with their stuff, that can wallow with them. But see, I don't
There's not.
wallow.
I don't really wallow either.
No. Why do
I
you,
am
Val?
accepting. I'm realistic.
No, I
That's
think nobody should wallow, but I can't control. We can't control. Ah,
only
independent
date
outsider. He only
24
has
and up. Okay,
70.
Poodle Susan only dates 24 and up. So what's
And
your
she says
limit?
younger men approach her more. You know what? I don't look at men at all in any other way other than like on this and friends and all. I just have no.
I
So
can't
I
knit.
don't really know who looks at me at
Yeah.
all anymore because I don't think anybody does but Grandpa.
I don't think anyone looks at me either anymore, but
And I
no,
don't
I
really care.
can't. I
I care for
cannot
me.
knit. I've never been able to knit. I can't sew.
Me
Except
neither.
for leather. I do leather work, which probably half of you are gonna think I'm an idiot,
Why?
horrible.
So
Because
you
it's
can
leather, because
so
it's
do
not
pleather
baby.
work. It's the same shit, but oh, but that's plastic, right? So it's bad either way. So
I
don't
do
even worry
leather.
about it. Don't apologize again. Please stop. I don't apologize for the fact of things in my life. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. I can't
Married
apologize.
breeder, happy life since 1977. Hey, Veg, by the way. Hi, Veg.
Hi, Veg.
We love Veg.
Look at that. Christine and Sandy Muscal can knit. There are lots of Evo friendly options within that craft. Very cool. In fact, Karen and I were talking about
Nice.
that. She said that I should this weekend, maybe take up knitting. And I'm a complete, I don't think I could, I don't know. I mean,
Hey,
I can
Dave
walk and chew gum.
Baz. Have fun on your little walk. Sounds
He's
like a
going out.
great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Well,
gonna
it stopped
listen.
raining here. It stopped raining.
Nice.
So are you guys happy tonight out there? What's going on out there?
Yeah, because
It's
we gotta
kinda,
get going. It's already been an hour.
yeah. Okay, after a certain age, you just don't give a damn how you look. Well, Veg, I'm going to tell you something. Maybe I am my age, but I do
I
give a
still care
damn.
about how I look.
I've always, and I'm going to say it, I have always been vain. I'm very vain. Maybe it was insecurities in my younger years. I was a bartender for 18 years. I looked good to make money. And then in HR, I didn't have, but I dressed professionally. It's part of me, and I'm not apologizing for it. I like jewelry. I'm a capitalist, or I was.
No, I'm a sales rep, so I have to try and look nice
Right.
for that.
And there's no apologizing for
But
jack shit.
before that, I worked.
tough.
I was a truck driver. I worked production.
Yeah.
I worked warehouse. All that. When I did those jobs, I never wore makeup. I just pulled my hair in a ponytail and put a hat on for several years. So it just depends on what I'm doing.
I like the truck driver part.
I liked
Yeah,
driving the
man.
truck. It was fun. I was a truck driving mama.
Yeah, that's cool. I rode with some girls that did that. Chris, she was a dump truck driver. Her name was Chris too.
Mhm.
But no, I never did that. I was in academia, after bartending that put me through school. I got my job and HR was my life. I mean, my head was way up the HR ass. I didn't come out to play,
What
you
is
know.
Brandy Love? I'm just curious. Sorry, but I was
What
like,
would
I'm like Brandy Love. Who is that? A person? Is that something?
where is it? Whose comment was it?
Bio?
Brandy Love is,
Who's?
are we like not, are we missing some new somebody, some singer? I don't
I
know.
know. Is that a
Or do
person?
I used to love Brandy. I used to sit in the winter and drink Grand Marnier. I thought it was
Oh,
really cool to sit
I
with the sifter.
yeah,
Grand
Grand
Marnier is all
Marnier.
sugar. And if
Mhm.
I do drink alcohol, which I did this weekend, I did with Karen, I had vodka, and it didn't screw my thing up at all. This whole keto
Nice.
thing and all didn't screw me up.
Well,
Nope.
vodka's good because it's low calorie. It's very pure.
Yeah, and I don't typically imbibe, but
Peace,
it
Cindy,
was
Dave.
fun.
You going? Love ya.
It was fun, Chris. Chris, I'd like to party with you.
I would love to party with
Oh
you.
man,
I would love
guys,
for you to
wouldn't
be
you
out
love to see me and Chris together doing live streams?
at the
Holy shit!
fire. We could
Woo!
videotape the fire. If I could get to
Oh,
1,000 people, then I could actually do live streams at the fire,
Bio
which
said,
we have
don't
a ton
search
of
for her.
them.
Oh, sorry. Wait, just wait one
Sorry.
second. I got to interrupt you. Bio said, don't search for her.
Thanks,
She's a
Jen.
porn star, I'm sure. Okay, I won't search for her. She probably has gigantic tits. She's probably a porn star. Okay. I don't even want to know what you guys were talking about.
What are you the hell are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm making a joke. Cindy Love is a porn star. Knew it. Okay. Hey,
Oh
listen.
my
Okay,
God.
I'm going to tell all of you guys a secret. I don't tell anybody this about my past. What the hell? I'm going to tell you. I worked for 18 years in a strip club.
Ah! One of my very best friend, Devora, was a stripper.
Okay, but I was a bartender with black shorts and a little white top, and I worked in the clubs. And I made, when I was a mom too. I mean, I had my kid. I would work 3 nights a week and make $1,000 bucks. So how 6-hour shift, and I was wearing clothes. They liked us better because we talked to them. We were their therapists. We were their, I know men, and 18 years of it, and that's what put me through school, all of it. So I don't tell people that very often. I don't think I ever have on my own channel. I think my husband would be embarrassed.
Secrets come out here.
Yeah, but I made a lot of money, and I capitalized on my looks, and I had them, so what the hell? And it got me a pretty much a master's degree.
That's awesome. Whatever
Yeah.
you can do.
I had student loans, but still, yeah.
You
And I loved it, actually. I really loved my job. I mean, I love people. I love people. See, that's I love animals. I love people. But
I never
yeah,
did
it
that,
was
but I
fun.
did model.
Oh boy, nobody. Oh, look at you, hot mama. I have no pictures like that. I have to dig them out. I have to dig them out. Maybe a couple are on Facebook somewhere.
Oh, they just happen to be sitting here. But this is me with my ex-husband that's now a female.
Oh, look at you. He looks like
that's
he
Jeanette
definitely looks
now.
like a model. Look at you, beautiful. Is that what year was that?
That was 1991.
19, yeah, I could tell by the shoulder pads. Chris, you're beautiful. See, look how 2 women that did rely on their looks evolved to doomer chicks.
Right?
But we had brains. I always had brains. Even when I was doing stupid shit in life, I was the one with the brains. The guys would treat me that way. Where did you put the tips?
I've had some brains.
Jeff.
At least my family thought I had brains until now. They think I'm freaking nuts because of the doomer thing. They think I'm crazy.
Oh,
Before that, they thought I was a smart one.
Hey, wait a minute.
Really
Bio said something about men is easy. Sex always does the trick. I wasn't having sex. I was giving them alcohol, and they were watching women dance around, shaking their.
Men are pretty easy that way. If you have the looks, they are so easy generally.
Yeah,
Oh
well, you know how old I was? I mean, you know how long ago it was that I quit? I haven't bartended since in that place, because I moved to Buffalo. My husband got me he moved me away from my friends, from my whole life. So 1993, was the last time I worked there. They gave me a huge going away. Oh no, not 1993. I went back in 94 to work down there and do a 2-week Christmas shift and brought home $2,500 because everybody was thrilled to see me. But that was the last time, 1994. And I worked at a bar in Buffalo, but it was a regular stupid place. I mean, if they would flip you 50 cents, that was a big tip. What a difference. Holy crap. Yeah. And then I meandered my way to the college. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's it. That's it. Men being easy.
Oh my God, these guys are so fabulous in the chat. They're just hilarious.
Oh, we crazy.
It's okay.
Crazy people. I just like Jeff, with the saying that, where'd I put my tips? And I said, in a jar. And I'm still this way. The other girls I bartended with, Karen has a bed and breakfast in California. I've been there. Linda lives downstate New York. She got married, and we're all married. We all went on to have really successful lives. And I had an incredibly successful career. So what? Right?
Veg Maddox says crazy people are just hot. Well, then I must be very hot then.
I don't even think about hot. I think about my grandmother when I look in the mirror now.
I'm like really hot right now.
I got a fan on. It's really hot and humid and disgusting. I got to say something about the weather. And then what time is it? Because I still got time. Okay. It is becoming the Pacific Northwest here in Western New York. I just had to make that comment. We're raining. It's like my brother in Oregon. I feel like I'm at his house. I feel like I'm living in Eugene. What is going on? Who's telling me? Who's going to tell us out there? Why is it raining so goddamn much? Is it becoming the Pacific Northwest in New York?
We're becoming the tropics here in the high desert. Well, cooler. We're getting cooler and wetter. It's thing, which is cool because we are the second driest state in the nation. So it's kind of cool that we're getting more water. But let's start a revolution.
Seriously. Yeah, seriously. What's a more
I
embarrassing?
was a streaker in high school.
Wait, what's more embarrassing? Working in a strip club or being a real estate agent? Oh, okay. Me and Sam. All right. I would say my job was not embarrassing. Nope. I was never embarrassed by anything I did in life.
I was never embarrassed except for the one year I worked at Walmart in the warehouse. That was humiliating, is a long story, but I had to work there for a year because I got let go for bringing up safety concerns. But I
did the right thing.
Yeah, but I told you about that. It's like I had three suits against them, federal suits against them, and I won. I resolved one. I won the other two.
I lick my chops when we talk about those things because of my background and in HR, and it's like I had another friend come over today and she's got something going on. She got wrongfully terminated. I know it, and I'm going to be her advocate, at least on for her behind the scenes, because I can't do anything professionally. I'm just her friend, and I really can't sit anywhere with her because I hurt, and it's not going to work. But I'm going to help her as far as understanding what's happened to her.
What kind of case is it? You don't have to be specific, but is it EOC? Is it OSHA? Is it Labor Commission?
I think it's plain and simple wrongful termination, and I think that the company botched up how they did it.
So is it EOC then?
I don't know. I don't think she's been discriminated against that way. It has to do with childcare, and I shouldn't really talk about much more.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just wondering what the general category, because I've dealt with all three: Labor Commission, OSHA, and
no,
EOC.
It's not going to be that. This is going to be different. It's not a discrimination case.
Well, you have more rights there because if we're a right to work state, which means right to fire state. So you have to have be let go for an illegal reason.
That's the at-will doctrine. In New York or in the at-will states, it's they can terminate at their pleasure or at their discretion, but really nobody does. Everybody has backup documentation. I would never terminate someone at will. It's terrible. And I hated terminating anybody anyway. I hated firing people, terminating any of them, and I had to do it. But I never did. I was always for the person. You know, I was always help. I brought the unemployment commission in. We brought everything possible we could do to help these people get other jobs if their project ended, let's say. The ones for cause were harder, you know. I don't like that. But we had to dot the I's and the T's, which is for my friend, I don't think they did that. I wish I could be in my job. I never wanted to leave it because I loved it because it was helping as many people as I could. But I couldn't do the essential functions of the job. You know, I'm sitting here with you. I got a back brace on. Nobody sees it. I don't got the neck brace on. I sound like a New York. I don't got the neck brace on, but I got the neck brace on tonight. But I got the back brace on.
Oh, you know, oh yeah, it's probably really uncomfortable. I mean, I know what back pain is.
I'm just sitting up. You know, I can't. I don't know. I was okay when I was visiting this past weekend, but that was probably it. I went to somebody else's house.
Constructive dismissal is a thing. Yes, it is.
Oh, he says my doomer chick would have to be way darker than this show. Okay, darker in that, yeah, we're all fucked, we're gonna die.
I can be very, very, very dark. I try not to be. I try to kind of ease people into it. It's like if they knew how deep and dark I really am, they'd probably run screaming away. And I'm really excited because I just went from 0% women viewers to 39% women. So I am super excited, and I'm not about to scare those gals away. No way.
I haven't looked at my stats yet. You asked me to. I haven't looked. Maggie May's here.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Why don't you bring her in and let Maggie May have the show for a while, since I am pretty much just
I don't know. Did you not have the link in your email, Maggie?
Is she
chatting? I sent it to you.
Well, she's in the chat. Maggie, we want you to come on.
Yes.
We want to hear. So
I emailed you the link. Just click on it.
Scott Murdo's with us.
Oh, nice. Hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott. And Susan, you still with us? You're hanging in there. Oh, she is. Cognitive dismissal is a constructive dismissal is a thing.
I know you have a girlfriend going
She's really interesting, Susan. I think Susan's the woman of a lot of different faces. And
Torstein, do you think I'm trying to hit on you or something? I have a husband.
I have a girlfriend. Oh, knock it off, guys. We're not starting any shit in the chat. The rules have been said. None of this nonsense. And
yes, okay, get on here, girl. Just
you're wrong. I'm not going to even go into.
Talk to people for just 1 second. I have got to run and take
a break. Go take a break.
Cover me for just a minute. I'll be back.
I'm holding the fort down because I'm good at it. Okay, so what I want to talk about is we're not going to talk about other people. We're not going to talk about other people behind their back in the chat or anywhere. And we're not going to fight, and we're not going to have any problems. So, okay, here we are. You guys are all chatting away, and I'm looking at you. And I would really like to have, oh, okay. Oh, I can see myself on there. I do look like pixelated woman. What did Jeff say? It would need to have okay, you guys are all talking. I'm not going to talk about anybody else behind their back. Maggie, let's talk to you. You're going to come on? It would be nice if you did. Oz is behind the curtain. There she is. Look at her. Can we hear you? She's adorable. Yay. Love the hat. Can you see her, Oz?
Yeah, now just give me a minute and I'll get her in, okay?
Okay, he's getting her in.
Yeah, she needs to turn her microphone on.
This is so awesome. I love her hat. This is great. Style, finesse, yes. I can see her, guys. You can't see her yet. Okay. Okay, Maggie's going to join.
Yeah, she needs to turn her microphone on.
Okay, Maggie, turn your microphone on. Okay. Oh. Yay. And I might have to get off in 10 minutes. So, Chris.
Yes.
I might have to get off in 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I got to still work in the morning.
Maggie's here. So.
She is?
Yeah.
Where is she?
See her?
There she is. Hey, Maggie.
But everybody else can't see her yet?
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. crap. That didn't do it.
What didn't it do? I hear you.
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. It's on now. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You are so not what I pictured.
Gorgeous.
Nice to finally meet you.
Nice to finally meet you too. I love the hat.
I've got Guy here. I don't know if you can see him. There's Guy.
Hey, Guy.
Nice. Did you have the Derek Jensen doll you were going to introduce?
Yes, I have Derek.
Nice.
Can you?
Oh, that's so perfect.
He's sitting here, and I got Gray Kitty.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is sweet. That is so perfect. How did you do that? You're amazingly talented.
Well, the doll isn't actually like I bought the doll and then I added the hair and did. Am I echoing?
No, you sound great.
No, you sound perfect.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I want to ask you, where did you get the idea to do all of the things you're doing?
You know what? It kind of came from my niece a little bit. I saw some kids on YouTube doing stuff with dolls, and I thought I'd do it. So,
and you're already in the Doomosphere? You were already down in the.
Actually, well, when I had that idea, yes, but I'm hearing an echo. That's why I'm sounding all weird.
Turn your YouTube off in the background. Make sure that's not on.
Okay.
Or turn the mute YouTube. That's always what it is. I don't have mine. That's why I drag this thing in. Then I don't have to mess with the computer and screw everything up because I'm good at it. Screwing it up.
Right, I'm good at that too.
Oh yeah. Okay, is that a female trait? Ooh, we're just talking about what's attributable to females. But I don't know.
I see why.
Doom Danes rule. Yay! Oh, hi, Ed Summers. Ed saying hi, Maggie. This is so cool. I wish we weren't on so long because I know I'm going to have to get off. My husband will be home from work in like 10 to 15 minutes. He'll come lumbering in here and say something stupid and I'll get mad, and that's not going to happen. So
can you read the chat, Maggie? Can you see it?
No, but that's okay.
Well, what I do.
So that was like.
All right. Well, it's your first time. Next time, bring a phone. Yeah. Bring your phone or something.
Oh, I do have my phone. Yeah.
Turn that on, put the volume down, then you can see the chat on your iPad or phone, and you don't screw up the computer. I got all that shit worked out.
Because everyone's like, hello, Maggie. Hello.
Yeah, they want to talk to you and not see me.
There's Maggie. Oh, hey, Maggie. There's a lot of people who are excited to meet you, Maggie.
Yeah.
So, along with me. I'm so happy you came on. I know it was a little late, but better late than never.
We want to know all about you.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I have a social work background. I work in social work, macro social work, like grant writing, community organizing. But I do a lot of work from home. So I really started getting into YouTube a lot, and a lot of like conspiracy stuff. I love stuff like that, free thinking, all that open-minded stuff. And then I found Guy McPherson. And I was like, oh my God, this is the real conspiracy. Mm-hmm. This is the real conspiracy that we're not being told all of this. So I was, and I've always, of course, cared about the environment and animals and everything, and I'm very into nature. So, and I've always swung left, but I don't see the environment as a political issue.
Me either. It's not left or right. It just is.
No.
It shouldn't be, but they co-opt everything.
Yeah, it's sad that happened. So
I want to reach out and hug both of you.
I know.
I'm the mama here. I want to hug you girls.
That's so fabulous. I mean, I want to have you on again because you are on kind of late, and I do have to work in the morning.
Maiden voyage.
It's not that hard to use Zoom, right? You just click on.
No, that was perfect. It was so easy. I don't know what I was waiting, and then I thought maybe it was later because it said 11, but then I don't know.
Are you in the east, west, south, north?
East. Yeah.
Oh, me too. Are you on Eastern time?
So I didn't tell you the right time. Oh my God.
Are you close to me?
I'm in
Western New York. Oh, I'm in Western New York.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I wonder how far we are from each other. How
Yeah.
cool. Okay.
Email, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I did want to say, I've been watching a lot of Hambone. He's amazing. He is so funny.
Right?
He's so freaking funny. Oh my God.
Hilarious. And by the way, I promised him I would do this. We really need to if you are a female doomer on this channel, go immediately over. Sam needs to raise his female subscriber rate, viewership rate. He is at a very low rate. He needs some females. Go over there and subscribe to Labs
A lot of
Chronicles
females find him
and
insufferable,
Humpty Dumpty Tribe.
Right, it's both.
If you don't have a sense of humor, then you can go to hell, because you have to have a sense of humor to watch him. Okay, this is the way it is.
He could do like doomer stand up. He's so funny. I mean, I'm crying. My sides are hurting, and I'm crying, and I'm like, the funniest guy on YouTube.
I know. I love
Maggie, Osama wants you to do some of your voices.
Oh,
you want to do a couple of voices?
And then strawberry shortcake and that one, the smart kid, the one that always knows everything and does the jokes about the
here he is.
Yes, him.
We got the natural, progressive, and environmental coffee house.
Is that my accent?
I love it.
That's him. But I'm not doing it as rough as I usually do him, but environmental coffee house.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Is that how I sound? You never get rid of that Yonkers twang.
No, that's his
that's his voice.
That's his voice.
His voice.
Yeah, that's his voice. No.
Sorry, I was a little distracted.
You have the best voice. I could listen to your voice all
you said that once and I thought,
Sandy does have a real calming voice.
Cool. Yeah, very cool voice.
My husband doesn't think so, but maybe it's what I say to him. Chris.
we know. Oh, there's Oz. Oz is probably ready to go to bed too. But dang,
you and your husband are funny together, Sandy. You and your husband.
On the drive?
Right.
Yeah, when he lets himself be. He's very serious all the time. He has a lot of anxiety. When he lets himself be funny, that's the one I like. Mm-hmm. That's the one I want all the time. But
guys with a humor are sexy.
Yeah,
it's just the way it is.
My husband's sexy. I will say my husband is a sexy guy. He is. I will give him that. Yes. I will.
Yeah.
Oh, Forsaken's in Rochester. Okay, so you're just a couple hours from me. Actually.
Hey, Oz, how you doing on time, buddy? Oz, man, he can't hear me.
This is cool. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. It's 11:25. Why don't you two talk for a few more minutes? I'm going to say goodnight so I can get all the shit out of the living room. And it was. I've shared your videos. I've started to share them on Facebook Environmental Coffee House.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yes,
thank you
because they're so cute.
You're going to be so big so fast.
People like that, and they got to get out of themselves. So I'm going to keep doing it and help you. Because everybody knows I always say I'm the marketer. I want to help everybody else because I like to help everybody else. So good night, everyone.
That Antonio is so good. Antonio?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I just,
Oh, he is, right?
My son from another mother.
Antonio Reed. I just watched that last video.
I didn't. You gotta go. Bye.
Okay.
You too.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. It's time for me. I don't know.
Love you, Sandy.
I love you too.
Good night.
Kisses, hugs. Okay. Have fun, girls.
Bye. Oh my gosh. So we definitely have to.
I'm late, but we'll do another.
We definitely will. Humans was sharing your YouTube channel. Human's great. He will share like the links and everything. So he already shared the link to your channel. So I encourage everybody to check out her channel because she has some really fun videos.
I always like his comments.
I know. That's why he became okay. I didn't ask him. I just made him a moderator on my channel. it's like yep, you're a moderator. Him and Osama. I didn't ask either one of them. I just here you go. There you are. You're moderators because they're so cool, right? Osama,
Yeah, good
all
group.
of them are. And Trev B5, he always puts really good links. Anyway, we have a really great community here. We just do. All you guys are just fun. I mean, you spent some time in the chat. Aren't they fabulous?
Yes, yes, really good group. Yeah, good
Definitely.
people.
So we definitely have to do this again. I'm exhausted. It's like half an hour later than I usually do this.
Yeah.
But
Sorry about that. Sorry, Oz. I'm sorry.
it was
I
my
screwed that up.
fault
I
because
kept looking, and then I was like, "Whoa, no, it must be." And then
yeah, it was my fault because I didn't tell you the exact time.
No, it's no problem at my end, but I want to know when Maggie's going to come back.
Yes, right. We want her back on, right?
yeah, whenever.
So, probably maybe I don't know what are you available usually?
I do most of my work from home, so
Oh, so
yeah, just
almost
email
anytime.
me and yeah.
Okay, we'll work something out really soon, maybe the end of the week or something. Cool. That would be fabulous to have you on again because there's so much to talk about.
Yeah. And now I'm warmed up. I'm warmed up from this, so that helps me. Because I've never done this before. I'm like, oh my God, it's permanent. I'm out there. Because I'm using the dolls, I'm like not showing myself. I'm like,
right. It's so much easier. I started out that way too, just videotaping other things and talking.
Right. And talking. And then
it's so much easier that way. But you get used to this though. This is pretty cool because it's all among friends. It's
right.
No judgment. We're just talking and we're having fun and doing what we want to do.
Right.
Make a date. Human wants to see on again. I bet you everybody does. Osama says, we love you, Chris and Maggie.
Yeah.
We love you too, Osama. You're awesome.
Osama's great.
And Sandy, of course, Trevi 5.
Yes.
Yep. You guys are so awesome. Okay, we're going to have her on again because this is way too short. And Sandy said she was thrilled to meet you, Maggie.
Same here. Same here.
Yeah, Human says always invite back. I always do invite people back because I love everybody I've had on my show. So I haven't found one person I don't like. I don't know. So, but you are special because your voices and your little skits and everything. I love them so very much. But yeah, I'm fading really fast, so I want to have you on again. I will keep in touch.
Yes.
I will email you and we'll try to figure out a date and we'll get you back on. And
yes,
probably there'll be another Doomer Dames of Doom chat. Maybe I should do them on separate days, like do Mondays for guys and like Wednesdays for gals or something like that.
Okay.
That would be fun, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right.
Wednesdays are good.
Cool. We'll probably do that. Thank you, Poodle Susan. Yeah, I don't know what you're thanking me for, but let's see. Yeah. You guys, thank you so much for coming. Hang out there just 1 second, guys. Maggie, 1 second. Love you guys. We will talk to you guys soon. Yes, the Doomosphere is growing. Love all of you guys so very much. And we will talk to you very, very soon. Okay, you're good to close it out, Oz.